daily dose of politics,
snark, and heavy metal music.
All rise, motherfuckers.
for your hosts, Brandon
And Matt.
Hide the rum.
Performer hasn't been provided with a script. As a matter of fact, I have been permitted to choose my own words and discuss my own ideas regarding the choice that we face in the next few weeks. I have spent most of my life as a Democrat. I recently have seen fit to follow another course.
The defense policy of the United States is based on a simple premise. The United States does not start fights. We will never be an aggressor.
As for the peace that we would preserve, I wonder who among us would like to approach the wife or mother whose husband or son has died in South Vietnam and ask them if they think this is a peace that should be maintained indefinitely. There can be no real peace while one American is dying someplace in the world for the rest of us. We're at war with the most dangerous enemy that has ever faced mankind in his long climb from the swamp to the stars. And it's been said if we lose that war, and in so doing lose this way of freedom of ours, history will record with the greatest astonishment that those who had the most to lose did the least to prevent its happening. Well, I think it's time we ask ourselves if we still know the freedoms that were intended for us by the Founding Fathers.
Freedom is never more than one generation away from extinction. You and I must protect and preserve freedom here, or it will not be passed on to our children, and it will disappear everywhere in the world.
If we lose freedom here, there's no place to escape to. This is the last stand on earth. And this idea that government is beholden to the people, that it has no other source of power except the sovereign people, is still the newest and the most unique idea in all the long history of man's relation to man. This is the issue of this election. Whether we believe in our capacity for self-government or whether we abandon the American Revolution and confess that a little intellectual elite in a far distant capital can plan our lives for us better than we can plan them ourselves. Regardless of their sincerity, their humanitarian motives, those who would trade our freedom for security have embarked on this downward course. They knew that governments don't control things. A government can't control the economy without controlling people. And they know when a government sets out to do that, it must use force and coercion to achieve its purpose.
We, the people. We, the people, tell the government what to do. It doesn't tell us. We, the people, are the driver. The government is the car. Almost all the world's constitutions are documents in which governments tell the people what their privileges are. Our Constitution is a document in which we, the people, tell the government what it is allowed to do.
This administration in Washington has betrayed the working men and women of this country.
I hope we have once again reminded people that man is not free unless government is limited. There's a clear cause and effect here that is as neat and predictable as a law of physics. As government expands, liberty contracts.
A recession is when your neighbor loses his job. A depression is when you lose yours. And recovery is when President of the United States loses his.
Someday, when the time comes to deliver the final ultimatum, our surrender will be voluntary because by that time, we will have been weakened from within spiritually, morally, and economically. The martyrs of history were not fools. Where then is the road to peace? Well, it's a simple answer after all. You and I have a rendezvous with destiny. We'll preserve for our children this, the last best hope of man on earth, or we'll sentence them to take the last step into 1,000 years of darkness.
Well, hello everybody, and welcome to the machine. I am Brandon, and that is not Matt. That is Al. Yeah, that's Al. We used to call him Fidel Castro.
Not anymore. A little grayer,
No, yeah,
a little dapper.
yeah, and your face is thinned out a little bit. You
Yeah,
know.
that's what happens. You live back in the woods for too many years. You let it all go.
But he has joined me today. Well, hell, the last time we seen each other is what, almost 2 years?
It's been about 2 years.
Been about 2 years. So we'll be talking about what he does and stuff like that here after a while. But yeah, it's been interesting. This fucking week has just been fantastic. How's everybody else has been going? Yeah.
Nothing but a roller coaster.
Yeah, and here I am trying to hurry up and finish coffee so I can get to the whiskey. I need some booze. Yeah, Al, they said you're quiet, which means you're too far from the microphone.
Who says I'm quiet?
You don't have to eat it, but you definitely got to get
I'm
closer
deaf.
to
I
it.
can't talk loud. Is that better? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? I don't have to. That's not a lollipop, so I don't want to put my lips all over it.
There you go.
Don't tell them where Matt's been.
This is true. But yeah, anyhow, so how's everybody doing? You know, everybody functional, fantastic.
I can't see anything.
No, you're in the blind here. I'm not. Well, I keep looking over there because I'm looking at the camera. I'm trying to see if I need to reset the cameras or whatever else. But yeah, you'd have to hold your head at the angle there because it was a little off. No, I didn't sack Matt. Matt has taken off for. He's not going to be here this week. He's not going to be here next week, I believe.
I'm here for one day, one show, one day
Yeah, this is a one-time only thing.
until next year, year after, or whatever. Long as can you hear me now?
That's why I keep looking over. I'm like, do I have to get? Yeah,
Is that it?
yeah. You got to talk to it.
I can't scream.
Anyhow, all right.
I can't see nothing.
Well, we know a few things have happened. This poor sap does not. So we're going to be talking, and he's just probably going to be reacting to basically what we're saying.
Okay.
Yeah. Did Al bring the booze? No. This is my own personal stash. But well, it's Pride Month.
I'm happy.
Yeah, I mean, I'm proud to be an American, so that's all the proud I need to be. But I'm proud 365 days a year.
Proud to be American. Do
but
what you want.
it's Pride Month, and they're wondering why people are angry, and then they decided to have this Pride Parade end up at 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue and be on the lawn.
Didn't somebody jump out and attack the border kid? No, that was in Miami.
Yeah, that was in Miami. But then they, they're saying, well, we don't understand why people are so angry and why they don't want children around this. And then one of the transgenders popped off their top and started walking around half naked.
Is she a dude?
Yes.
I guess it really wouldn't bother anybody.
Nice
would it?
tits, bro. But they were walking around. I mean, no, it had big fake tits.
Yeah.
Just walking around, like nothing was a big deal. And I wish I wouldn't have put my Machine Radio Show email out there. Because I started getting all these videos from all across the country at these pride parades. And they're like, well, I keep hearing, I don't understand why you guys are so mad and why you don't think children should go to drag shows or pride parades or anything else like that. And I was like, well, I'm watching a video footage right now of a truck driving down the street and a guy acting like he's fucking another dude in the ass while they're both wearing assless chaps.
Yeah, that's totally inappropriate.
Yeah, you got another guy in a Borat mankini walking and handing out candy to kids with his fucking.
No, if you're over 18, I don't give a shit what you do.
That's the whole thing. That's our argument as well. I just recently got into an argument. On another live. Some lady's like, I don't fucking understand why you guys have a problem with transgenders going into women's locker rooms. Like, how are you going to know? And I responded very quickly. I said, well, the twig and 2 bits would probably be a great indicator. The second indicator would be an Adam's apple. And the third indicator would be, a 5 o'clock shadow,
Yeah.
And
they're taking hormone booster thing, whatever they call it.
Right. And I was like, by the way, the bone structure, there's a lot of things that, but I'm pretty sure that, when they walk in and Dick's just a swinging, that's a man.
They're pulling him out. All that conversation going on.
Exactly. That's the problem, JT. He says because they're being indecent and indecent, any straight people would get arrested for that, right. Adult or not. It was in public, absolutely. And this person's walking around the White House with their tits out. Yeah. Granted, they now got banned and can never come back, but they did it in the first place, thus showing the reason why we're angry and saying that they shouldn't be around kids.
I really don't care what people do, as long as they still have to have a sense of morality to them.
But the
moral ethics.
That's the thing, is morality is taking a back seat.
I know, and they're doing it on purpose. Not just them. It's the whole.
It's the whole picture. We've said this before several times on the show. We've got transgender friends.
Yeah.
We've got friends that are gay, lesbian, bisexual, whatever.
I do too.
None of them claim the community.
Right.
They said because the community has been poisoned by a bunch of morons. And the problem is everybody's focusing on those morons and coddling them, so therefore they're making everybody look bad. Right. And that's the problem. One of the greatest conversations I ever had was actually the female transitioning to a male, and we became really close friends. And I was like, wait a minute, it's like I got questions, and they're like, what? It's like, how do you get a donger? Like, well, and they told me how they do it. I was like, that sounds kind of horrific and
painful.
Yes. I was like, but how does it,
right.
Oh, and they're like, what? How do I get a boner? They said, actually, it's an air pump. I was like, see, now you got the advantage of every man out there. And I'm like, what do you mean? I was like, well, think about it. You could be standing in a crowd and go, you want to see what I can do? I was like, and you can choose whatever donger you want. I was like, they're going to make it for you so you can have it hang down past your knees, coil up like a fucking snake. You don't...
Call him John.
And they're like, holy shit, I never thought of that. I was like, yeah, that's true. I was like, I said, you basically got the advantage. You pump that bad boy up and it stays that way, right? And I was like, it doesn't have like a time release. And like, nope, I got to hit the button with the air out. I said, so basically you can forget about it and go to bed, wake up next morning, still got a stiffy. Yes. I'm like, okay, this is... But this is the stupid conversations we had.
Right.
But the second I ever mentioned the LGBT community, they're like, oh, hell no. Like, what? What do you mean? It's like, no, you're not part of the community. Absolutely not. Why aren't you part of the community? I actually asked that. Why aren't you because they're insane.
Right.
And so they said there is only 2 genders. This person said that. There's only 2 genders. And they said they detest the fact that some people will bring up, like hermaphrodites. Like, well, they said,
that's something that's more, most of the time it's when they're born that way.
Yeah, it's like less than 1% of the entire world population. And I call him he. I went ahead and did that, so I'll give you that. I called him he. And he said, think about it this way. Hermaphrodites may have both sexual organs, but they're still gene dominant to one sex. There is not a million genders. This is bullshit. He said this kind of thing is what makes us all look bad, makes us all look crazy, and and that's where we started this long drawn out, like 2-week-long conversation about this stuff.
I got a friend that lives in Texas. He's gay, and he said anything that is beyond just being gay and lesbian or bisexual, their mind is, they got mental problems.
Yeah, it's a mental health crisis. They're always talking about the mental health crisis in the United States, but they're pushing the mental health crisis. Yeah, Christina says she got press and national attention. Wasn't any risk of being invited back in the first place. This is absolutely true. Holy shit. I don't fucking know anybody in Wyoming.
Spam.
It is. Last time I put them on air and shoot them a new ass. And apparently it's in poor taste to ask them if they have pets. And when they say yes, well, if you call my phone again, I'm going to kill your pets. Yeah, they don't like that.
No.
I almost got a visit for that one.
I'll bet.
But it was the same one over and over and over again, just a different number. You could tell the voice was the same and everything else like that. Even with voicemails, like, stop it. Leave me the fuck alone. Did you just hit puberty? Ooh. It's bourbon, sir.
It's been a long time.
It's a really sad story.
I'm drunk.
525 Hermes. Is that what we're calling them now? That's hardcore, man. 525 Hermes have been confirmed in the world. So that's still not a separate gender. They are still gene dominant to one or the other. But that's the problem, and the same conversation I've had with my transgender friend, who has listened to the show and has been in the chat and nobody's even noticed. That's the best part, because sometimes they just pop in and fuck with people and leave, and I know who it is. Yeah. But my neighbors, are a lesbian couple, and we've had this conversation too. So what do you think about the pronoun? As soon as I didn't get the word out, they're like, "Shut up." Like, what? Like, there's no such thing. You can't keep making up your pronouns and people take you seriously.
But you see which part of the age group that's happening to is teens to late 20s.
Well, according to, and I'm not joking, I can't believe that I'm going to cite Bill Maher of all things, but he said something very intelligent for once.
Really?
And it was about this. He said, look at the projection of people who from the 1920s until now who have identified as gay, lesbian, whatever. He said it's it was like 5% then was it? It was 5% of Gen Xers, 10 to 15% or 10% or 10 or 15% of Gen Zs, and the millennials and then Gen Zs, and he said by 2050 everybody's going to be gay. According to that, but according to what he said, he's absolutely right, because I looked at that. I actually looked at the statistics, and I said what I believe is going on is more of a fad than anything. These people want attention. These kids want attention, and this is the only way they know how to get it. It's like, well, this seems to be normal nowadays. Now, if I say I'm a fucking toaster for a day, people are going to love me, and I can get away with whatever I want to get away with. That's exactly what it seems to be going as.
I guess it's better saying I'm going to be a goat today.
Yeah.
Nah.
Well, I already.
Don't be.
I'm telling you, the only thing that he buys from the store is rolls of duct tape to put the chickens back together after he fucks them. But what?
Come on now.
Yeah.
I did pick up some chickens the other day, though.
I'm telling you, if I come down there and one of those fucking goats looks halfway human and goes, "Daddy," I'm like, no,
no, they say "Ma."
I'm getting the fuck out of here. But but going back to we went off on a tangent here, but going back to the original point here is this person did something absolutely horrific on the White House lawn. We've got listeners from around the world. I've talked to people from around the world. Because of my history stuff, I'm constantly in contact with people in other countries. And the most unanimous thing that I have ever seen in any country was them asking me what the fuck is up with the dude in the dress in the White House.
I didn't see it, so I don't know.
The secretary. Oh shit! I can't. What the fuck do they call itself? Rachel Levine or whatever. It's an old man in drag. Basically dressed.
Blonde-haired?
Yeah, old gray haired.
Oh,
yeah.
gray-haired?
But they're like,
Was
what?
Is he like the Secretary of Education or something like that?
Yeah, something. But they're like, what is the point of that? They said, well, why are they there? I'm like, because the new administration wants to try and erase 200 plus years of Democrat history, and they're pushing for all these milestones. I was like, what I mean, look at our vice president, and they're like, well, what about her? That's not nothing new. Right. I was like, no, it's how she became vice president. I was like, first she was on the ticket running as president as an Asian. It wasn't until Biden said, "This is my VP pick, the first black. She'd be the first black female vice president." And they're like, "Oh, now she's black. Okay, so she's not Asian anymore. Now she's black."
What's her name that said she was Indian but wasn't?
No, that's a person. That's 1024th, a different person. Yeah, dude in charge of health is a crossdresser. Exactly. Rachel Levine, ugly as a woman, also. Exactly.
So it's Rachel Levine, is it?
Sam the luggage stealer? No, that wasn't it. Hey, Vespertine, how you doing? Huh?
His name is Rachel Levine?
Yeah.
Did it used to be Roger?
I don't know.
I'm just curious.
If it's an ugly man, it's an even uglier woman. But that was the point, is people from around the world are going, what is going on over there? And they're like, and I mean, one of the places is Israel, and Israel is very proactive when it comes to, these types of things. And even they're like, what's going on?
You know when it all when it kind of really all started is back in 08, 09, when Obama became president.
It started becoming prominent. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I get those questions. I'm like, guys, I don't have an answer for that. I don't work for the government.
Yeah.
Well, then they did ask about the bald one with the mustache wearing a dress too, and then that one got arrested for fucking stealing luggage.
Well, you know what it is? It's we got a total slow decline of morality and decline of the USA.
Right, but
bring it all down.
Well, and going back to the argument I had when they said that how would you know if it was a transgender woman in a locker room with women? It's like, well, the fucking cock and balls would be a good indicator that it's not a woman. No, they're a woman. I was like, no, that's a person that just says that they're a woman. But that whole argument, I kept thinking, I was like, I asked the person, I was like, are you a feminist? Yes. I was like, really, you are? No, you're not. What do you mean? It's like, you're saying once again that men are better than women. You're letting a full-grown man with a package go into a woman's locker room because they decided they wanted to wear a dress that day. I'm like, you are saying that that women don't have a safe space. They are not allowed to be, because it's women that are complaining. It's not us men that are complaining about women going into men going into women's locker rooms. It's the women saying we've had enough.
Right.
One of them, I mean, we watched a video of the blowout from. There was a couple of them, but I'm trying to think of where I'm trying to figure out which one I want to use. But the massage parlor. This woman threw an absolute fit. She went to a massage parlor. You're a full-grown man. Even had fucking facial hair and everything, saying had a little bit of makeup on, said it was a woman. It was in there harassing other women, and they felt it was supposed to be an all-woman spa place.
Right.
So they threw a fit and were like, well, we can't do nothing about it because they're a woman. Like, no, they're not. It's a man. It's got a dick.
Yeah.
They're harassing the other women. I mean, there was a big blowout over this.
I would throw them out.
Yeah.
I don't see a lot of stuff because I don't watch TV. I don't even listen to radio.
Well, fuck you too.
Well, my truck's too loud. I can't hear it in there.
I was just saying, you don't listen to radio. You show up. Come on.
I listen to YouTube every once in a while. I see you every other week on the airways. I'm too busy working all the time.
Christina says, oh, it was Richard. Now it is Rachel. Okay.
Oh, Richard?
Yeah. But, again, if people can't see that this is a problem, if people can't see that this is a mental health issue, an extreme one. I mean, even Johns Hopkins, which is the foremost expert in this field, says that this is a mental health crisis of epic proportions. And everybody's like, no, it's not. I mean, we had to do stories about a transgender, a boy that became says they're female, saying that they had periods and that they were, and this and that. And I'm like,
no.
They had one of them as a spokesperson for tampons. Like, where are you going to put it?
Up the butt.
Pretty much. Either way, it's still a dick. Yeah.
Ask me about my winner.
But, this is, honestly, they keep mentioning, mental health crisis. Well, there's a mental health crisis and, and this and that. Motherfucker, look at the people that you're pushing and tell me it's not a mental health crisis. If they say they're a woman, they're a woman. No, that's not how it works. Biologically, it's impossible.
I'll tell you one thing where it's starting too, where they're pushing the issue is in the schools.
Yeah. On the unisex bathrooms.
Yeah, well, the teachers are doing it too. You want to change the kids' minds. Say, oh, you're not a boy. You're a girl.
Well, here in the state of Illinois, they want to get rid of urinals because they said it hurts people's feelings.
Urinals?
Yeah, because it hurts people's feelings.
That's crazy. I'm glad I don't
they literally want to change every single sports stadium, schools and everything, and turn them into unisex bathrooms and get rid of the urinals because it hurts people's feelings.
Wah.
Yeah.
God. Now I know why I don't watch TV and listen to radio.
Yeah, it's just sheer insanity. But they don't understand why any of us would have an issue with any of this.
To me, I think it's mostly rampant in the big cities, high population areas. But down where I live, you don't hear anything about it around there.
Yeah, Dildo, my vein, he did a meaty veiner. Yeah. Did a Tampax thing. Yeah, I remember. Well, I said it before. I was like, fine, go ahead and make them unisex. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to treat the fucking toilet like a urinal. I'm going to piss all over that motherfucker.
Now clean it.
Anyhow, but this is the state of affairs that we have right now. You've seen all the footage of this stuff. It's getting way out of hand, and having people literally tell you that a man can have a period, men can be pregnant, and stuff like that. I'm like,
physically impossible.
Yeah, it's not even. Yeah. I mean, sometimes I wonder if people are butthole babies, but it's not actually possible,
Yeah.
People who brainwash kids should be put on a predator list. Absolutely. Yeah, so that's basically the state of affairs right now. I mean, they get a whole month. Veterans get a single day.
Wow.
They get a whole month.
I think we need a whole month, the whole year. Yeah. 2 months.
Yeah, I'm okay. I'm okay with being a
greedy.
proud patriot the entire year.
Yeah.
But we'll be talking about that too, about what they're saying about what a patriot is. But we're going to take a break, so we'll be right back.
What you listening to?
The Machine Radio Show.
What did you say? I didn't stutter. I said
The Machine Radio Show.
You just blew my mind.
you're welcome.
Enjoy the show. It's time for a random thought from the Machine Radio Show. This is Brandon from the Machine Radio Show. Isn't it just so comforting to know that every single hand you have ever shaken has possibly had a dick in it? This has been your random thought from the Machine Radio Show. Yeah, I figured, given the the comments that we made just before the break, that would just fit in somehow.
You can't imagine, but probably every hand you shake, shook, or shaking, whatever. Shake, shook, and
Yeah. Let's see, GOP. I'm trying to find something here. NTSA. We already know about that. We'll be moving that forward probably. Not that. I just need these three. I am going to bring up a... where is it at? Aha. Since we're also talking about, especially government getting involved in ignorant shit like this, we already know about the three letters and what they've done time and time again to people. I've got a small clip here, about 2 minutes and 25 seconds long, I want everybody to listen to.
that's kind of small.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay.
You would take that seriously, too.
Oh, I take it very seriously. But I also take seriously the fact that your institution has repeatedly abused its authority, has repeatedly targeted political opponents. Your institution is the one that went to the door of pro-life protesters with SWAT teams to try and intimidate people because of their speech. Your institution is the one that treated parents as domestic terrorists because of their speech. Your institution is the one that, according to the court, the FISA court, ran 278,000 unwarranted, probably illegal queries on Americans, right? That was your institution, correct?
With respect to the compliance incidents, yes, some of the other things you cited, we can take them one by one. They are not.
Compliance, you would characterize the unlawful querying 278,000 times of American citizens as compliance issues?
We've said before, I've said that it's totally unacceptable.
Who's been fired for it?
Individuals involved are handled through the disciplinary process.
Who's been fired for it?
We have, in the case of the unintentional instance where something similar happened, we have fired people in the past.
Wait, I'm sorry. What does that word salad mean? The unintentional instance where what does that mean? Who's been fired for the 278,000 times that you improperly or illegally queried the database for American citizens? Anybody?
When we find intentional incidents.
Well, you're saying that the 278,000 queries were unintentional?
I believe that's correct.
Wow. 278,000 times American citizens' information was queried by your agency unintentionally? That's your testimony?
I would want to go back and check that, Senator.
Well, that's what you just told me.
My understanding is that the vast majority of
Well, wait, that's different. You just said it was. You just said it was unintentional. Now it's the vast majority. Which is it? Do you know?
I would want to go back and check it.
So you don't know?
My understanding is that likely all were unintentional.
Likely all. So first it was all of them, then it was vast majority. Now it's likely all. So you don't know is the answer to the question.
I don't.
Interesting, isn't it?
Yeah, nobody knows anything. They just beat around the bush. Every time a politician or somebody in that position opens their mouth, it's a lie. They're idiots.
Well, they keep saying over and over and again that they never did. They didn't go after parents. They didn't do that. Bullshit. They didn't.
Right.
It was for once in a random act of journalism, the mainstream media even said, "Hey, they went to people's houses that went to pro-life rallies and intimidated them,
Picked them out of the crowd."
Mm-hmm. As they do it to patriots all the time.
Oh yeah.
Hey guys, you're not going to talk about the Linwood WA rally. I hear Trantifa antics. Plans to be present. I'm going. I'll get back to you. Probably not talk about that one yet because I don't have much on it, but please check in. Get me the information. I'll be more than happy to use it. But, here's what I'm saying. They demonized people for pro-life choice, being pro-life. They demonized parents, saying that they were a domestic terrorist risk by going to their kids' school and complaining about what they're being taught. And they're saying that we're the indoctrinators. How does that fucking work? I mean, it's
the school. Like I said before, the school boards are brainwashing the children and doing all this crap, and then they're making it where, just like I'm gonna say, I don't know, I wasn't alive then, but back in World War II, communist countries, whatever, they control children. People.
Yeah, we don't have to worry about communism overseas. It's already here.
Here. Yeah.
That's
It.
why do you think and that's the part that another thing that we talked about. I kind of filled you in a little bit on it about the whole I'll bring it up about the Ukraine,
right,
and about how some people who call themselves patriots are like, oh yeah, yay Putin. Okay, you want to fight communism here? You say you do, but you're supporting the people who are pushing communism throughout the world.
The way I see it, a lot of people don't even understand what communism is.
No, and they don't realize that it started in 1922 in Moscow, Russia.
Stalin.
Mm-hmm. Nope.
Before him.
Yep. Before him.
Yeah. But yes, if you got
Duck,
to ask,
he called you Duck Dynasty.
it ain't that long yet. It does blow in the wind though.
Well, you're in between like Willie Roberts and just not quite ZZ Top.
I'm a long way from ZZ.
But the person you were talking about is Vladimir Lenin. He's the one that took Karl Marx basically to heart and ran with it and came up with the system that we know as communism today.
Yeah.
And communism spread farther and faster than anything else. People like to say, well, the Americans have done it. No, we protect our interests, but we're not necessarily pushing our way of life on other people. Do we want people to be free? Yes. But are we forcing them to? No. Communists, on the other hand, look at Korea, look at China, there's a few others that I can name, but that was forced.
And it doesn't always work.
Poland, the Czech Republic, Belarus. I could start going through half a year.
You take the age of some of the kids, even if they're in college, that the first year or two of college, all the way down to middle school, they're pushing the issue onto them so that reprogramming their minds to believe communism is good.
Right, and unfortunately, we deal with those on a daily basis, specifically through a certain app that's on my phone, where they think that communism. There's two types of people that I run into: the socialist that thinks that socialism is really going to work just this once,
like it did before and before and before.
Yeah, and before, and they don't realize that socialism is the precursor actually to communism. Right. And they tried to argue with me, said that's not true. Bullshit. Think about how Russia was before Lenin. They were considered, for all intents and purposes, to be the socialist style nation. Then he came along. He took the socialism, added Karl Marx into it. Yeah, got communism. Perón, yes, was commie. But I don't have my research with me. You know, the file cabinet full of research from across the globe, or any of my hard drives or anything. So I really can't get in there and show you exactly what I got on Perón or anybody else. Just what's floating around in my head is what I'm talking about. I mean, if you guys want to, want proof that I'm not reading a screen and talking, there's a man sitting right here looking at the other screens.
I'm seeing what I look like. There ain't nothing else around.
No, you got the Spreaker board for the main part of the show. You got an empty screen right now, and then you got the camera system. I'm not reading these notes. This is just what I know off the top of my head. But my point with this is it's actually becoming rampant. It's actually really, really, really becoming rampant, and especially here in the United States. The Democratic Party has evolved. They have evolved into a progressivism. The progressivism is based on communist doctrine. I have showed the pillars of communism to people, and they're like, well, that sounds familiar. I'm like, yeah. And then I uncover, well, I did on purpose. I sent them all this stuff, and I said, read these and tell me what you think. They're like, well, that sounds like the modern Democrat Party. I was like, okay, now here's where I got it from. And I sent them to the source, and they're like, that's the 10 pillars of communism. I'm like, 10 planks of communism. Sorry, 10 pillars of Islam, 10 planks of communism. And they're like, holy shit. I'm like, you're welcome. I'm trying to open your eyes here and let you know what you're doing.
And it goes to say,
he hid Nazis and all. I know, Perón did hide Nazis. Yes, we know that.
History repeats itself.
No screens in the barroom. Oh. I know lots of people that agree with communism. Well, they're woefully uneducated. They don't know what the horrors of communism really is. And I love talking to them because they're like, well, it's going to be different this time. How the fuck?
It's never different.
No, it's the same thing over and over again.
And the thought process.
I even used barnyard antics to try and prove this to them.
Yeah.
I was like, here's capitalism. You got 2 chickens.
Right.
And I was like, here's socialism. You got 2 chickens. And I did the same thing with communism. And they're like, no, that's not. I was like, yes, that's actually the doctrine of all 3 ideologies. And here, let me throw another one in there just for good measure, and throw in the apartheid. And they're like, one of them actually asked me, what's the apartheid? And I'm like, oh shit. I'm like, here we go. Now I got to tell you what that is. And but they just never want to listen. Go to any Head West sub shop and have at them. Yeah. That to me is hilarious, Angie, because they are a capitalist country promoting communism. Do they not know what happens if they do know that all businesses would be owned basically by the state, right? They do know that. They do know that your business will be dictated by the government. Even the most communist countries in the world are using a capitalist system for their businesses. Think I'm lying? Look at China. In the past 40 years, they have climbed drastically in the world market. Why? Because they're using our system.
Yep.
They're still a communist government, but they use a capitalist system for their goods.
Yep. It's all crazy.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I live in a cave.
But we went from talking about what they were doing and labeling us with,
Right.
Of course, if we want to talk about that, we need to go back off, reverse the tangent that we went on here, and go with the Biden administration. This is kind of a communist thing. Biden administration telling car companies to ignore the right to repair law. They used to champion the right to repair law, right? That was one of the things that that Biden said is the right to repair. Right to repair is for guys like you and me. The people who ran mechanic shops and stuff like that. Like the newer vehicles need specialized computers to the
That's why I quit working on them.
yeah. But the car companies were like, Now we don't want to release that. They said, no, you need to release that so more people have the opportunity to work on their vehicles.
Yeah, they want to keep it all.
They want that monopoly now, so they're trying to stop it. Now the Biden administration is telling car companies just to ignore that and to not make systems that other people can use to enter into their into their vehicles with, because the companies are trying to say it's a safety concern. That's bullshit. Diagnostics is not a safety concern. Even tuning a computer is not a safety concern.
No.
But
unless something takes it over.
And yes, JT, they'll be owned by the state. But the administration, they champion the right to repair, but now they're wanting to ignore that. They're now saying that people like me should not have the ability. So if anything goes wrong with my vehicle, I got to spend thousands of dollars to go back to the dealership.
No. That's why I keep old cars.
Well, that's why I said, with the whole gas prices thing, I was like, it'll become fucking road warrior around this bitch.
Oh yeah.
There won't be no electric car in my driveway.
No.
I will be hacking together, a V8 engine until the end of civilization.
I don't have enough solar to charge a car.
Nobody has enough power to charge a car. That's the problem. I mean, who wants a car that's max range is 350 miles, and in order to get to 350 miles, you have to wait a week for it to fully charge.
Right.
And then when you go on your trip, you have to sit for an hour, to get some part of a charge to get an extra 50 miles out of it, 100 miles out of it, and then you got to stop and do it again. So a 4-hour commute now became an 8-9 hour commute.
Yeah, nope. Aren't a lot of them cars starting to burn up?
Precisely. Yeah. Oh, yeah. They've been catching fire left and right. Precisely, Christina. You're absolutely right about that. Christina says you should buy the new electric car so when your ESG score drops low enough, they can shut your right to travel down. That's exactly what they want to do. The government actually said that. They said they want to be able to get into the system. Even one of the car manufacturers said they want to have the ability to just stop that car.
Yeah.
Bullshit.
More control.
Mm-hmm. While everybody is going up in technology, my ass has been going backwards. I'm going to be back to the 1950s carbureted fucking engine here really quick.
Yeah. I seen one down the road coming up here today. It was I think it was a 1949 or 50 Bel Air. Chevy of some sort. But it had no motor in it. And it'd be cherry to put one in it. Man, none of my cars got computers in them. Vehicles, should I say.
Yeah. Yeah, they have a lifespan that's absolute garbage. I went into this really in depth a couple years ago on the show and said that, there was even scientists, one scientist said to put it in the most layman's terms possible, he trusts a 57 Chevy leaking oil to be more economically sound than a battery-powered vehicle.
Right.
And they're like, "What do you mean? It's leaking oil and it's belching gas and everything else like that?" He goes, "Yeah, but the ozone takes care of that."
Yep.
He said the 57 Chevy can be recycled to almost 99%.
Batteries.
The battery-powered car, about 40% is the maximum they've been able to get so far.
Them.
No, but that's what they do. They take those batteries and they put them in drums. It's look at what they're doing with the wind turbines. They're burying them.
Yeah, out there in Wyoming.
Mm-hmm. Maybe that's why Wyoming called a minute ago.
Could be.
They knew.
They knew you were going to.
They got Nostradamus working for them, and they're hunting me. If it's leaking, it has oil. Well, we always say if it ain't leaking, you ain't driving. That's just how it is.
Hey, my vehicle stopped smelling. I know I need to put oil in it.
Here in Texas, we have horses on our ranches. I can't put a roll cage on a horse, nor can they do 100 miles an hour.
You could put a roll cage on yourself.
Yeah, but then I'd be like Bubble Boy, and
well, at least you bounce around, you fall off.
But that's not all the government has been saying as of lately. Since we went off on another tangent, we should be getting back to what the three-letter agencies have been doing, which is now extremism may be detected with the help of a directory of 300 hate symbols.
Okay.
I'm just going to give you a handful of what they consider hate symbols.
One guy,
Hey, Chris, how you doing?
One guy got fired. Was it fired and in jail? Put in jail for a while because he was cracking his knuckles and that. And somebody next to him said, "Oh, it's hate symbols." He goes, "What are you talking about?" They fired him from his job and fined him and put him in jail for like a week.
For cracking his knuckles.
Yeah, sit outside the door when he's driving the truck. The person come by, took a picture. Oh, it's a hate symbol. You're an idiot.
Yeah. No. Do you want to guess what symbols they say are hate symbols that are on there? Oh, that yeah. Yep, can't do that no more.
Okay.
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 Yep, can't do that no more. Nope, that's bad. Well, Confederate flag, yeah, it's obvious. The Betsy Ross flag, the 3% symbol, the Culpeper flag, the Gadsden flag, the black flag.
Black with blue stripe?
No, the black flag.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, no. The Betsy Ross flag, the original 13 colonies.
How can that?
Even though they don't understand that the reason why that some people have it is because it represents 1776, which is the birth of this great nation.
Right.
But it's now a hate symbol. The Culpeper flag, come and take it. Oh, shit.
Right.
Or Gonzales flag.
What's that?
You know.
Is that coming from the Southern Poverty Law Center or whatever that's changing, doing all this?
Yeah, the SPLC.
Yeah.
The oak leaves, seriously. The oak leaves, what else? And this is just off the top of my head. These are just the ones that are in common use. I'm surprised at the American flag itself because they did label people who fly the flag as an extremist. Shit. There's a bunch of them. There's a bunch of them, and I don't have the list in front of me, but there's three. They said there's 300 of them, and of course, the was it the ADL, Anti-Defamation League?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they're in on it too.
Oh boy. Hey, let's get everybody involved.
Mm-hmm.
I bet a wink is. Oh, that's a hate sign. Wink, wink.
Yeah, I'm actually reading the possibly evolving effect. Oh, and the military's filtering out potential recruits. You can't have come and take it on your arm. You can't have we the people. Multiple other patriotic things. They are not allowed to have them. That's considered extremist in nature, so they will not allow you to enter the military. And if you get it while you're in, it's considered government. And if you get it while you're in, it's considered destruction of government property.
Oh, that was back when I was in too. They didn't really follow up on anything, unless it give you a burn or something like that, or got infected.
Yeah, it says it was revealed that incidents of domestic terrorism have surged 357% over the past 8 years. The only problem is it's not the people that they're saying. The most violent crimes during a certain period were committed by racially or ethnically motivated extremists. Again,
blame it on the full moon.
Yep. The organization directly has come under scrutiny for containing extremist symbols at various groups that include neo-Nazi, anti-immigrant, anti-government, male supremacists, anti-Muslim, anti-Semitic, and anti-LGBTQ groups. That's a mouthful of bullshit.
Yeah.
The Anti-Defamation League's hate on display database is... Ooh, they said they have a database. Let's look up the database, huh? Should I look it up and let's see what we got? What do you think? What do you guys think? Should I look up the database?
We gotta know what we're gotta do something right, Make sure we don't.
I will.
A certain symbol.
I will gladly hit enter. If you guys think we should go there and see what we can find.
Yes.
Yeah, that's the pillars. Yeah, I seen this, and that's not all of it's on there, but yeah.
Getting a yes so far from everybody. Do it.
Hate on display, hate symbols database, Anti-Defamation League.
Hate on display. I don't hate anybody.
Oh, joy. Oh, boy. Wow. 100%. If you have a tattoo that says 100%, it's shorthand for 100% white.
Just any.
Yeah. The figure 109 is a white supremacist numeric shorthand for the number of countries anti-Semites claim Jews have been expelled from. 111 is a numeric symbol used by the Aryan Knights, an Idaho-based prison gang. I have a friend of mine that has a tattoo that says 111% because that's what he says he puts into everything he does. He's a racist now. 12, the number 12, is a symbol for the Aryan Brotherhood groups. 1 and 2, especially Aryan Brotherhood of Texas. The number 13 is symbol for the Aryan Circle. Actually, some of us had 13. I don't have it on me. But Lucky 13, whatever, you know.
Right.
Yeah, whatever. 1352 and 1390, racist numeric codes by white supremacists to portray African Americans as savage and criminal. 14. We're just in fucking numbers. We're not even starting yet. 14, numerical shorthand for white supremacist slogan is the 14 words. My friend's number's 14 for his race car. I guess now he's racist too.
My race car was 60.
The only problem is he's fucking Mexican. Like really Mexican.
Yeah. Oh, no.
The dude's name is Jose. I bet he'd be really confused if I called him and said, "Hey, guess what? You're on your number 14 is now a white supremacist symbol." You're like, what the fuck are you talking about? 14/88, 14 words and eighth letter of the alphabet. Oh boy.
I think they're making shit up.
Oh no, it keeps going. 18, 12 to 12. Members of the Unforgiven, a Florida-based racist prison gang. 23.
311.
You are Jose. How can he be cutting your yard? 28 is the white supremacist alphanumeric code for blood and honor. 311. The 11th letter of the alphabet is the letter K, thus 3 times. No, that's 311. That's not 3 times. That'd be 333. You fucking retards. Alternate names. White supremacist. 318. Oh shit! Dodge is in trouble.
Well, gotta get rid
They had a
of the
318 engine. Son of a bitch. We knew Dodge was racist. Let me see. It's a white 318 is a white supremacist numeric symbol. The 3 in the symbol is a numeric substitution for the letter C, thus making it C18 or C18 is a race fuel too. What? Did you see somebody come in?
I heard something.
No, you just hear the house. The house does that shit.
Are people in here that we don't know about?
Yeah. 38.
Cool.
Crossed hammers. The number 38 is used as a numeric symbol of members of the Hammerskins, a racist skinhead group. Boy, there's an awful lot of these that nobody knows about. Motherfucker, one of my numbers was 43. Oh, hey, do you think Bubba Wallace be really confused that his number 43 is a numeric symbol used by members of the racist skinhead group Supreme White Alliance?
When did that come to be? Was it?
Bubba Wallace is kind of black. I think he's going to be pretty confused because that was the number that he first started in NASCAR. 511.
I wonder where they come up with all this crap.
Most peaceful 38 white hammer. Feds are coming. I don't give a fuck. The mental gymnastics are giving me a headache, dude. This is the first page. We haven't even started yet. We're not even in actual symbols.
69 on there anywhere?
Nope.
No.
737. Shit. Now we can't have jets.
I done flying.
A numeric symbol used for public enemy number 1, a California-based white supremacist group in California streets and in its prisons. The number 88, which, by the way, the tattoo that's on my leg of AJ Foyt Enterprises, he turned 88 years old this year, and the main car was supposed to have the number 88 on it. There was a backlash on, of course, Twitter, fucking Twitter tards, throwing a fit saying that's a racist symbol. We knew you guys were racist, and calling him racist and stuff like that. I was like, the motherfucker's 88 years old. He turned 88 years old. He's using the number because he's 88 years old. Holy shit.
Where do some of these people get their brains from?
Oh, we haven't even made it out of the 80s yet, Matt, to figure out what 420 is yet.
Happy time.
9%. Oh, would you look at that? It's a hate symbol, but they don't list Antifa as a hate ACAB. All cops are bastards. Advanced White Society. Yeah. Well, AWS. That one I'll give them. AWS is Aryan Brotherhood symbol. Yes, I can see that one. American Front, maybe. Anti-Antifa images.
Anti-Antifa.
Listen to, wait for it, guys. Anti-Antifa images are white supremacist symbols and memes directed against Antifa activists. I just think they're a bunch of fucking idiots, and there should be an anti-Antifa fucking symbol on everything.
Yeah, put them all over
because they're all mental midgets and don't know what a fascist actually is. So it's a hate symbol to have an anti-Antifa sign.
They're nuts.
I'm starting to skip through now. Because we'll be here all fucking night just on the numbers. Aryan Brotherhood of Texas. Aryan Brotherhood of Texas hand sign. Oh, they hold up three fingers.
Which ones? These or these?
Yeah, this is stupid. The Aryan Circle. Wow. The Aryan Fist. Black Power Fist.
Yeah.
The Aryan Fist is a symbol of white supremacists. Well, then adopted from the Black Power Fist used by black nationalist groups in the 1960s, 1970s.
Right.
Aryan Nations, we already know that is. Aryan Terror Brigade, yes, I've seen that one. Aryan Worries, yes, I've seen that one. Adam Waffen Division, jokers. Not even worth even mentioning. Wow, we're going to keep...
What was that second one right there?
Yeah.
Huh?
Well, Group Active Bound for Glory is the name of the long-standing white power music band. That's actually true. Dated back to 1989. But they took the hammer that he's wearing but they put BFG in it. Bound for Glory. Let's see. Brothers of White Warriors, Burning Cross. We already know about that shit. The Celtic Cross. Odin's Cross, the Sun Cross, the Wheel Cross. White supremacist version of the Celtic Cross, which consists of square... Whee! Are we having fun yet, people? Wow. Okay, term crazy white boy. Even if you say you're a crazy white boy, then, you know.
Oh, I am crazy. Sometimes.
It's been generically used by some white supremacist groups. Let's see, daily. Yeah. I'm just skipping through now, guys. I'm not even going down the list I'm looking for certain ones.
There's so many.
German phrases. It is common for white supremacists in the United States and elsewhere to use German words or phrases to create German-like equivalents of English words and phrases.
Is that like Achtung, baby?
This is most common among neo-Nazis. Motherfucker.
A flower?
Yes, the Edelweiss flower. Only grown in the Alps. Symbol of my people. You know, but apparently it's white supremacist.
Oh, dude.
So now if I put Gott mit uns, which by the way is actually originated before World War I, they will say it's racist. Or God be with land of Bavaria. Holy shit. What? They're going to be really fucked up when I put the Bavarian flag around that flower.
I've been to Bavaria.
German phrases. German soldier. Golden State Solidarity. Yeah, I'm still going, guys. Just the word hate. Interesting.
Yeah.
Hitler salute hand sign. Well, I usually want to punch people in the face for doing that anyway. Are you fucking kidding me?
Is that like a movie sign or something?
Oh no, it gets better. This gets really good. The Imperial German flag.
That third one down?
Mm-hmm. The Iron Cross.
That's a rune up there.
Yeah, I know. The Yara rune.
Yeah.
Ancient European rune symbol and part of the runic alphabet. It is one of the number of runic symbols that white supremacists have appropriated, but is also commonly used by non-racists. Yeah.
Yeah. There's another one too. That right there's one.
Yeah, the life.
Hey, they're not.
Okay, this one I can see would be misconstrued. My est hast true. My honor is loyalty. Because that was what was on the belt buckle of the Waffen SS.
Oh yeah.
So that I get. And that only was used by the SS, nobody else.
Right.
So that one, I'll finally give him one.
One.
Just one.
Another one there.
Mm-hmm. Oh, the Nazi eagle, no shit.
I'd give him that one too.
Yeah, I'll give him that one. The Nazi party flag. Yeah, I'll give him that one.
Ooh.
Yep. Oh, the okay hand gesture. There it is.
Yeah. Looks like a rabbit to me.
A common hand gesture that 4chan trolling campaign claimed in 2017 has been appropriated as a symbol meaning white power. No, it means 3%. Or,
Okay.
okay.
See, when I was in Germany,
They stretched this shit out way too
when I was
far.
stationed in Germany, that meant asshole.
Yeah. That is actually literally the symbol for asshole in Europe, yes. Oh, at least they got one of them right, the Patriot Front.
Oh.
Patriot Front is a white supremacist group in the United States that uses fascist and the fascists and a circle of 13 stars in its logo. Nobody believed me. That one I'll give them too, because I pointed that out. That's Mussolini's symbol surrounded by 13 stars. They like to throw things out there about, the whole, people of Jewish faith.
Right.
They like to be anti-Jewish. And by the way, it's a prerequisite to be in Patriot Front to be nothing but white. So there's that. Peckerwood? Peckerwood mean what? Pepe the Frog. Dude, they fucked with Pepe the Frog. Who does this?
I don't know.
Pepe the Frog is a popular internet meme used in a variety of contexts in recent years. It's also been appropriated by white supremacists, particularly those from the alt-right who use it in racist, anti-Semitic ways. You can't have a tattoo of a pit bull either. You can't have a tattoo of runic writing.
Oh, yeah, I can.
Well, apparently it says you can't. Come on, guys. You having fun yet? Because I'm just going to skip through a little bit. We're into the S's now. I'm just going to kind of drag over this real quick, and we're going to get done with it. I just wanted to see. I wanted to see what the list is.
Anybody want a goat?
Yeah.
I'd sell 2 goats. We got 7 goats.
Uh-oh. You're in trouble.
Why?
Thor's hammer.
Oh.
Thor's hammer is an ancient Norse symbol in Norse mythology. Thor is the god of thunder, and his hammer, the what?
Mjolnir.
Yes. Has the power of lightning. Okay, let's click on this one. Let's see why. Miniature Thor's hammers were often used as religious amulets. Today, the hammer is a major symbol for those who follow Neo-Norse religions. Okay. That doesn't make them racist.
No.
Although it is traditional origins are non-racist, and although most today are not racist, the Thor's hammer symbol has been appropriated by neo-Nazis. So therefore, it's on the hate list.
There's one.
The Volk nut.
Yeah.
You fucking kidding me? The Volk nut, not of the slain, is an old Norse symbol associated with the afterlife and has been appropriated by white supremacists.
I can't remember the name, but it's AWF, I believe. That's perverted all the runes and everything. Neo-Nazis.
Oh, can't say White Lives Matter either.
I got Black Guns Matter on my truck.
Yeah, that's just a few of them. I'm done. Holy shit, it opened them up one page at a time. My fucking screen is full. That's not even all 300 symbols. I mean, that's not even close. But there you go. You see my point. Like I said, don't forget that, the Gadsden flag, the Culpeper flag, Gonzales flag, the Gonzales flag, anything. It's all, yeah.
Stupid.
Betsy Ross. I can't have any German writing because I'm in America. I can't be proud of my German heritage because, I'm in America. Holy shit.
That's why I got the name I do on TikTok. Gratskag.
Mm-hmm.
Graybeard.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. This is a lot of fun. We've had a lot of fun today.
Well, some cats are going to be having, one of our cats are going to be having some babies.
No. 33rd account on Facebook. I'm even using MySpace emails to make Facebook accounts. Holy shit. Wow. Anything and everything that is possibly considered either patriotic or anything is now automatically a hate symbol and racist.
That's why that's part of the deal of turning this place into communism. Hate. That old saying, brother gets brother.
Well, Angie says, I'm proud of my German ancestry just as proud as I am of my Norse ancestry and my Canadian ancestry. So you're a mutt.
Yeah, be proud of it.
Heinz
That's who you
57.
are.
Well, I had this conversation with a dear friend of mine who, by the way, is a third-generation Holocaust survivor. So I guess there goes the whole me hating Jews thing.
Right.
He's a great man. He's a journalist. He still lives in Berlin. He's a German Jew. Right. He's a third-generation Holocaust survivor, like I said. He's a writer. I've got a couple of his books. He's really, he's a great man. I love the guy to death. I had to finally tell him, I was like, doing all the research I've done, I finally dug as far in my family. And I'm here to tell you there actually was, and I'm not ashamed of it because he's not me.
Right.
There's a Nazi in my family. My great-grandfather was actually a Nazi.
Well,
he was killed in 1944. I mean, if he was still alive, I'd probably strangle him myself. But
my grandfather and his brothers are from Germany.
100
years ago.
I told my friend this. I said how, and I asked him. I said, how in the hell can I be proud of where my family comes from with one of those assholes in our tree? And he said, he said it the best way. He goes, "Are you them?" I'm like, no. He's like, "You're talking to me, aren't you?" Yes. Like, do you not like brown people? I'm like, I got a nice year-round tan myself. He's like, so you're saying you're not them? I'm like, no. He goes, I'm gonna tell you right now. He said, from the time that you've messaged me to find out about this information until now, he said, I've gotten to know you. You're a good man. He said, you're an absolutely good man. He's like, there's no way in hell you have an ounce of that in your body.
Right.
He's like, so no. He goes, you can be proud of where your family came from. He said, that was a blight on history. Yes. He goes, it's not a blight. He goes, but it doesn't change where your family came from, before or after.
Right.
Said, are any of you like that? I'm like, no, absolutely not. In fact, we're quite the opposite. In fact, that's the reason why I got into history in the first place, is to teach people that this is not the way to go about things.
Right.
He's like, okay, so what's the problem? I was like, I just struggle with it because of him. He's like, don't. Like, you didn't do it. You weren't there. You weren't him.
You weren't even born yet.
No, Drone, I'm halfy. No, it's actually got a fairly decent tan, too. I mean, I'm tan all the way down. I just don't tan very much there, but it's still got a brown tint. Thank you very much.
So next time I get on your show, without me being here, everybody knows what I look like. Grumpy old man. Is this working? Hello? Hello?
What? But no kidding. I mean, I did tell him that. I said I did in fact struggle with it, and now when he agreed, he understood. I mean, he understood why I would have an issue with it, because it's not who I believe we are or who we should have ever been.
That was one person in your family out of
right,
how many?
Right. And pull those sleeves. Yeah, I'm still tan, but I'm lighter because this gets more sun. You've seen me in person. You got to know damn well I'm fucking tan all over. I saw you eyeball me when I changed my shirt. Fucking weirdo. Shit, now I forgot where I was going with this. But, I mean, not lying though. I mean, I really did. I did struggle with it. Now when people, when somebody says, because of, this, I live in a gray area. I'm not a fucking alt-right or whatever they want to label says. But when they do, they're like, well, you're a Nazi. I'm like, nope, but my great-grandfather was. And it stuns them. They're like, wait, what? I'm like, yeah, my great-grandfather was a Nazi. I'm not, but he was. He was a real one.
Yeah, you got to live with it. Just put it in your past and part of your history, your family history, and move on.
No, I am American Indian. And by the way, the camera is misleading. I'm much darker than that, aren't I? Yeah. Much darker than what that camera shows.
I'm German.
I'm half and half.
You're a mutt.
I'm American. I'm not, at least I'm not a Heinz 57. I'm not a mixture of everything. I'm American Indian and German. Yeah. And I exhibit
That's
both.
the problem.
And I exhibit both traits: the long torso and the dark hair and the dark eyes and the year-round tan is the native, is the American Indian. And the broad shoulders, the big neck, the eyebrows, and the nose. Oh, that shit's German. it's really German.
Right.
Patriot Night, I will stab you. But anyhow, since I'm already in an angry ass fucking mood anyway, we're gonna take a quick break. Oh yeah, I'm just good at hiding it. We'll be right back.
Sick and tired of all of this pain, the struggle and the strife. Hey, fuck this life. I'm getting sick and tired of all of this pain, the struggle and the strife. So fuck this life. I'm getting sick and tired of all of this pain, the struggle and the strife. So fuck this life. I'm getting sick and tired of all of this pain, the struggle and the strife. So fuck this life. I'm getting sick and tired of all of this pain, the struggle and the strife. So fuck this life. I'm getting sick and tired of all of this pain, the struggle and the strife. So fuck this life. I'm getting sick and tired of all of this pain, the struggle and the strife. So fuck this life. I'm getting sick and tired of all of this pain, the struggle and the strife. So fuck this life. I'm getting sick and tired of all of this pain, the struggle and the strife. So fuck this life. I'm getting sick and tired of all of this pain, the struggle and the strife. So fuck this life. I'm getting sick and tired of all of this pain, the struggle and the strife. So fuck this life. I'm getting sick and tired of all of this pain, the struggle and the strife. So fuck this life. I'm getting sick and tired of all of this pain, the struggle and the strife. So fuck this life. I'm getting sick and tired of all of this pain, the struggle and the strife. So fuck this life. I'm So
Hey lefties, liberals, and progressives. This is not a safe space. I repeat, this is not a safe space.
If you are one of those squishies who are easily offended, put on your safety pins, pussy hats, and leave this radio station. Or you can free yourself and get educated.
Well, hell yeah! I tried to twist him up, but he wouldn't have it. Hell no. This old boy's wow. We about to have to keep this one.
You are listening to the Machine Radio Show with your hosts, Brandon
And Matt.
Talking about a bunch of hobos with fingers in each other's pooper in a stranger's car with talk radio playing really loud. It's going to be a nice evening.
Okay, shit just got real weird. I think I'm gonna need a safe space.
What the? Are those friends of yours, Matt?
Oh, hell no.
Are you sure?
Oh, shut your dumpster and start the show already.
Well, all right, pissy pants. Let's do everything you want to do. And we're back.
Hey-o.
Hey-o. There we are. You actually have to talk to it, and it works.
Talk to it.
It's a miracle.
Talk to this.
Yes, the foamy looking thingy.
I do talk to it.
Anyhow.
Hey, foamy thing. How you feeling?
Let's get back to what we're doing. Okay, GOP representative warns Biden will criminalize gun owners with new pistol rule. Obviously, we know that's fucking true. In fact, for all intents and purposes, everything that the Democrats do is against the Second Amendment. They know that they cannot change the Second Amendment. So I keep telling you guys over and over again, what they're going to do is they're going to go after the ammunition and the parts to effectively legislate the Second Amendment away without actually doing away with it. Republican lawmaker has said that a Biden administration rule targeting pistol stabilizer braces could trample gun owners' basic rights under the Second Amendment. And of course, that's Corey Mills. But of course, the one, I can't think of the dude's name. He's a Democrat, but he's like, I want you guys to read the Second Amendment. The Second Amendment allowed for innovation. In fact, if you read the Founding Fathers on the Second Amendment, they even said so. They were not dumb. In fact, they made the Second Amendment a single fucking sentence.
Yeah, there's no periods in it whatsoever.
Yeah, they made it a single sentence. They made it basically idiot-proof, but yet here we are. Yeah. But Corey Mills, he's a Republican of Florida, yeah. You're talking about something that was completely legal. It's not even a firearm. It's a piece of furniture for the firearm. And you're now trying to go ahead and criminalize people for this. This is a very slippery slope and a Second Amendment violation. Earlier this year, the White House submitted a regulation that would effectively regulate pistol stabilizer braces as short-barreled rifles under the NFA. I'm not wearing my anti-NFA t-shirt at the moment. But I am wearing one that has to do with guns. There's only two known enemies to guns, rust and politicians.
Rounds and grenades on it.
Good, that grenades. Pistol braces can extend the length of a pistol and feature a strap to improve the weapon's accuracy. Okay. The House passed legislation Tuesday to roll back the rule, though Biden has threatened to veto it.
Help like people that are like one-handed.
Well, here's the problem. It's not a rule. It's not even a law. It was never voted upon. It was never taken through Congress. The ATF took it upon themselves to make this legislation, which is not possible. No. They're the enforcement agency, not the fucking
You keep jumping.
Congress.
You keep jumping through hoops and stuff like that.
Right.
Not even doing a proper procedure, which they need to do it anyways.
Under the pistol stabilizer brace rule, the accessories will be subject to stringent registration requirements, higher taxes, and extended wait periods. So if you're a disabled veteran, good luck.
Yeah.
By the way, they want you to register it because they want to be able to pick them up later. Registration always leads to confiscation. History has shown that.
We don't got to do that. Where I'm at.
Yeah. Mills, who's an Army veteran, there's a ramification for the policy of disabled former service members who rely on the braces to overcome obstacles to use firearms. Mills recalled how the braces helped give fellow Floridian Rick Cicero purpose again. Cicero lost his right arm and leg in Afghanistan and uses the brace to help him at the gun range. That's what they were designed for in the first place. That's exactly what they were designed for.
The idiots at the White House want to take that shit away.
Right. One of the things that he talked about was how the pistol stabilizing brace really helped him find purpose. We have to acknowledge the fact that one of the leading contributors to suicide rates in our military veterans is the fact they can no longer feel like they have a purpose. The rollback of the rule emerged as a flashpoint in a dispute between House Speaker Kevin McCarthy and almost a dozen caucus members, all of them Democrats. 11 House Republicans orchestrated a blockade, stymieing legislation backed by McCarthy, including ones aimed at curtailing Biden administration regulations relating to gas stoves. Yes. First, they tell us it was the most cleanest energy possible to use to cook with. Now it's not.
Right.
Holdouts cited misgivings over the debt limit deal and Representative Andrew Clyde accusations that he was threatened a vote against the debt ceiling agreement could derail consideration of the pistol stabilizing brace bill. Clyde was not one of the holdouts, but some, such as Representative Matt Gaetz, obviously, cited as one of his grievances in the standoff against McCarthy. Ultimately, passage of the pistol brace stabilizer rule came after the lower chamber's paralysis ended earlier this week.
Do you ever think it'll come down to, like, remember how Venezuela, their parties, both two parties systems started physically fighting each other?
Yeah.
You think this is going to go this way sometime?
Oh, I would pay to see
I would hope so.
some MMA matches between
right.
Democrats, Republicans. You got a grievance?
Leave the suit and tie on. I want to go ahead.
Yeah, we got Democrats and grievance. You know, well, if you got grievances, okay, fine.
Yeah.
Take one from each side, stick them in the cage. Whoever wins gets the legislation.
Right.
Some proponents of the rule, such as the Biden Justice Department, have contended that braces can effectively be used to convert pistols into rifles with a barrel of less than 16 inches. You do know that makes it less accurate, right? The shorter the barrel, the less of a distance it can fire accurately.
Nope.
So fucking retards. That's absolutely false, Mills said. Taking a pistol stabilization brace does not make a pistol a short-barreled rifle, nor does it actually improve the magazine or weapons capacity. The only thing that it actually does is pair a piece of plastic that helps with stabilization to the person's arm. Oh boy. So this is what we're dealing with. Everything under the sun is a hate symbol, and a plastic brace meant to help disabled people fire a firearm is now considered a short-barreled rifle and should be registered and taxed.
Whatever.
And yeah,
they're blowing everything out of proportion.
these are the same dumb fucks that, you know, that in any I talked about the Illinois bill, broke it down. It was hilarious.
Yeah.
I mean, it was sad, but hilarious. I mean,
I can imagine.
every single rifle since the inception of rifles, including muskets, had a handguard. They said handguards are a piece of equipment that shouldn't be on a rifle, so therefore it's illegal. So any rifle that has a handguard is illegal, which is every one of them.
So you're going to put your bare hand on a bare barrel.
Yep.
It'll burn your hand. Don't worry about it. Retard.
This is special. This is special. But then again, just about everything that they do is.
Crazy. You ever wonder where they get the brains from?
Well, they don't. You can collectively add them all together, and you still wouldn't have a room temperature IQ. I mean, I remember not once but twice stumping Dick Durbin face to face. looking through the songs here.
You know, I come across the border down there today into your state, and the roads remind me of your politicians. They're full of holes and cracks.
Mm-hmm. Pretty much.
It's getting worse every time.
Yeah, my left contact's bugging the shit out of me. It's brand new. I just put it in this morning.
You got scored it?
No, what I need to do is actually wash my hands and then spin it. Because it's sometimes you do that and it'll seat itself better, but I'm just trying to get through the show and then I'll do that later.
Yeah.
But anyhow, we're going to take a break. We'll be right back.
You, sir, are not one of my vassals. Who are you?
I am the machine. What? I'm the machine! Okay!
You are listening to The Machine Radio Show.
Not your daddy's conservative talk radio.
Who the fuck do you think you are?
I'm the machine! Fuck that bitch. This is Tonight you party with us, yes?
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Skate.
And we are back. And you know, I told everybody earlier that we're going to be talking about what you do. Of course, half of them have already left. But hey, like I said, you know, I haven't seen this guy in a couple years. We barely actually get to make connection and talk to each other anymore.
Every so often.
But so why don't you tell them, since we do have preppers in the...
Are there preppers here?
There's preppers. Oh, yeah, there are preppers all over the place.
Preppers, huh? Well,
Yeah.
I wouldn't consider myself
More of a homesteader, but same thing.
better kind of prepper. A little
Living
bit.
off the grid.
Yeah, I live off the grid. Have been for going on 4 years now. Out in the middle of nowhere. There is some people around pretty close, but they're all veterans too. And I raise animals, goats, and chickens, and rabbits, and raccoons, possums, turtles, whatever else comes around. Deer come around the yard a lot. I can come within 15 feet of them. They're not scared of me.
Well, I'm still. I'm sure people are still wondering what exactly you do with the goats.
Feed them and kick them around. And we sell the goats.
Your place is on a hill, right? So you don't take them up to the hill and put their feet in the waders and.
No.
No. Okay.
We don't have sand down there.
Oh, it's good to see you're still here, Matt. The numbers dropped even farther. We started talking about fucking goats, and all of a sudden everybody just took off. Oh, well, they'll get over it.
We got Nigerian dwarfs. They come up, full grown, they come up to your knee. So I carry the babies around sometimes because they jump the fence to try to get out.
I told the family I was going to bring home a couple of fainting goats.
Yeah.
They're like, what for us? It's so I can wake up in the morning before my coffee, walk out there and go, bah! And watch them tip over.
But I just went over, what is today, Thursday? Yeah, Tuesday went up and got more chickens, bell-felder chickens. And they're supposed to, like the rooster will get 16 pounds, and the hens will get 12 to 13 pounds, and lay big eggs, bigger eggs.
Yeah.
But,
For those of you who only buy stuff at the store, that's the XXL eggs.
Yeah, it's an egg. It's really yummy because it's got no chemicals and bleach on it.
Nope.
Just poop.
We were asked, do you also tan rabbit hides?
That's something we got to learn. Yeah, that's in the makings, because we got to be able to save the hides.
I'm telling you, we need to get you some alpacas. Not only is alpaca poo
big enough for them.
Alpaca poo is great for your garden, and the alpaca fur is like gold.
There's a couple farmers down there, not close to me, but further north that do sell it. It's like cotton, kind of like cotton.
Mm-hmm.
They make quite a bit, but they're high maintenance animals.
They weren't when we had them.
Huh.
Yeah, they really weren't.
They spit on you a lot.
Yeah, they tried.
I
had one come up and bite me too.
But I don't know how much they run. Our goats, our original goats, we got for $10 a piece, and we only got one original left. All the others have died already.
See, I just want to get an alpaca because of that stupid meme of the angry alpaca hanging out the side of the car. I want to drive around town with an alpaca in the front seat.
They grow her own food. My other half, she's down right now. She had her foot operated on, so she's down and out for the summer. So, but yeah, been doing it 4 years, and we first got out there and started doing it. The land was raw. Nothing's ever been on it. No buildings, no nothing. I had to cut the road for the driveway by hand, and then do all the raking and stump burning. And it used to be, I guess quite a few years ago, it was a cow pasture, but with trees. And then they come through and cut it out, deforested it a little bit. So they took all the great big trees, and now the small trees are old as the big trees they cut out, and now they're starting to die, but they're only about 8 inches around.
Yeah, do you guys have a lot of walnut trees?
Oh yeah.
You know those things are like gold too as well.
Yeah.
You cut down a walnut tree, just cut the ends off of that son of a bitch, stick it on a trailer.
Yeah, I got a few.
They ship
right
them
down the
fuckers
road.
overseas. Yeah, they make a lot of money off of them.
Yeah, got some cedar too.
Cedar's nice.
Yeah, I'm making a porch. gonna make the railing out of cedar.
You need to get a wood chipper because then I can just have you make my mulch. I use cedar mulch. Yep, I use cedar mulch.
You don't put it in a garden.
Hmm?
To put it in the garden?
No, I just use cedar mulch for decoration.
Around your fence and stuff?
Uh-huh.
Okay. I go to the, what do you call it? The mill where they cut the trees and make doors at them. I go up there and get a truckload of sawdust for free. That's what we used to, I put in the garden. Like, after I'm done planting everything, I put sawdust in there, and by the next year, it's all composted down.
Right.
And then we use it for our composting toilet.
Angie says, I need an alpaca. Christina says, I raise Brahma chickens.
Brahma?
Yeah, the big ones.
I haven't heard of those.
Yeah, they're meat birds, and they got chests like when you go to the store and you're thinking GMO fucking chicken.
Yeah.
That's what it is. It's not a GMO chicken. It's just a big ass chicken.
Are they the same size as Bellfelders? Or bigger than Bellfelders?
I think they're bigger.
Really?
I do believe they're bigger. I'll wait for the answer on that one.
Because they threw in an extra hen, but the 6 Bellfelders were over $45 for the 6. And then we got Rhode Island Reds. We got 10 of them for like $13.
Yeah, they are bigger.
Oh, cool.
And they're really gentle, she
They
says.
say these Bellfelders are supposed to be gentle too.
I want to raise penguins, but not sure I can do that in Ohio. You never know.
Penguins?
Same size as the alpacas. That's what somebody said about the Brahmas. Big chicken.
I don't think you can raise penguins in Ohio. It ain't cold enough.
I told my wife, I said, everybody, when we used to go to car shows and stuff like that, I was like, people bring their dogs, you see the occasional cat, maybe even a ferret.
Yeah.
I want a sloth.
You'd have to carry it. Don't walk very fast.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I want to drive up to the check-in point, and have the guy look in the window and be like, hey, here's your, what the, have a dude, real slow head turn and look at him like, what do you want? Walk around the show with him kind of hanging off my neck. That'd be awesome. I want one really bad.
We grow our own food too, and I use the goat manure and the rabbit manure and the chicken manure and put it all in a big bin and let it sit for a year. Now I put all the brown leaves or what have you. I don't have a lawnmower. Don't need it because the goats will eat all the, not grass, but all the weeds and stuff. They eat that down.
Right.
But out there, where we're at, it's so quiet. I don't hear no hardly any kind of traffic. No horns. We don't watch TV. We don't listen to radio. We listen to stuff on the phone, but we don't got that great a signal. But the skies are so much clearer. You can see stars that you've never seen before.
Yeah, but you can easily remedy the situation by putting a repeater on top of your
A repeater.
For your internet. Line of sight. As long as it can see it, it can reach it.
Yeah, there's some hills out there that's taller than ours.
You have to put one there too.
Foot.
You'd have to put one there too.
Yeah.
I said line of sight. Well, we know there's penguins at the zoo. Of course, there's penguins at the zoo.
Keep the water cold and ice.
I mean, penguins that'd be awesome. I'd be raising them. And what the fuck is the name of that one chicken? Okay, I call it the Seattle chicken. Looks like it has a Seattle hairdo. It has the feathers that lean over its head.
Longhorn?
I don't remember.
Like
to me, they're more of just okay, I've got a chicken instead of a useful chicken.
White with a red comb?
No, it's not foghorn leghorn. No, it's. Let's see. Let's find out.
We've had barred Rosh.
Chicken breeds.
Cornish crosses.
Not it.
Talking about you got little fuzzies on their feet?
No. And it's not the silky either.
Okay. I hate silkies. They're so stupid.
Generally, yes, they're not very bright birds. But then again, most chickens aren't exactly intelligent. There's one. Yeah, it's like an ornamental. What the fuck is that?
I have no clue. Looks like some rich lady from Hollywood or something.
Yeah, no shit. That's what I was thinking. I'm like, no, they got feathers that kind of fucking lean over to the side of their head, and they're usually white feathers. I was like, I don't even know what the name of the damn thing is. We always called it the Seattle chicken because it looked like it had a Seattle fucking rock haircut.
We don't get no fancy ones. We just want eggs and meat.
That's what I mean. I think they're more just like a. It is not that one either. Although that is close.
Another thing I like about having our own chickens, you don't need to put the eggs in the refrigerator. You just put them in their egg cartons and put them on the counter. They'll last for weeks.
Mm-hmm.
As long as you don't wash them until you need them.
Fine, I'll go with what the fuck is that thing? What the fuck is that? That doesn't even look like a chicken. Okay, I'm done looking because I don't see it. But I always like I said, I always just called it the Seattle chicken.
I know our rooster, he starts crowing about 4:30 in the morning. If he's closer, I'd be throwing stuff at him, telling him to shut up. I'm trying to sleep. It should have the names of them right underneath of it.
Yeah, but I haven't seen one that looks like it yet. Yeah, I give up.
And all our cats, they're strays. One of them I think was already trained or something because she don't tear nothing up. She don't claw you or nothing.
What the hell?
One's got a stupid ass voice. Really irritating, like my ex-wife. First ex-wife.
Those ones are pretty. That one's just fugly. What the? Crested cream leg bar?
Oh.
That is a fugly chicken.
Yeah. We got some orphan. I don't know. I can't see them. Tellos or something like that.
Crivico. I don't know, Christina. I don't know if it's them or not.
They lay blue eggs.
Look at my messages. I didn't hear anything go off. I seriously didn't hear anything go off.
What?
No, that's not them, but it's close.
No.
That one looks more like Bob Ross.
White hair.
Yeah. Well, he had gray hair at the end.
But our closest gas station is 13 miles away. That's all it is a gas station with a little, like, store.
Yeah.
And then the closest town, any direction you go, is over 30 miles away.
Oh, I'm sorry. It was the wrong chicken. Lavender Americana is the one I called fugly.
They are.
It is a fugly chicken. I mean, seriously, that's a face only a mother could love.
How do you say Orpiana or something like that? We got some of them.
Yeah. Oh, that was cool. Well, summer. Yeah, I got nothing. I'll find it and I'll post it on the machine website. How's that? Because I gotta know. What this thing is. And silkies. I've seen the silkies. It's not the Polish. Not roll-on reds are normal. What the hell are you? That's almost approaching fugly too. Yep, there's the Brahma. That's the Brahma chicken.
But moving out there.
That's the Brahma. That's a huge bitch.
Yeah.
Anyhow.
Moving out there, it takes, it's not for everybody. I know this now. And some people that want to try it and move out and live off grid shouldn't. It takes a lot of work. And it's not a 9 to 5. It's a, morning to sunset and 7 days a week. If you're not willing to do that, you don't need to be living that way. Unless you got help, and it goes a lot easier, but still.
Right. Well, many hands do make light work.
Yeah. And if you decide to do it, I would Not wait until you're old and decrepit like me.
Yeah, but you're the one that's still on your 2 legs. The other one is broken.
Yeah.
That piece of farm machinery has retired for a while.
Right.
Too bad we can't see them chickens. Trust me, I'll send you a photo. It's a face only a mother can love.
We got one mama goat. She had 3, but two of the babies died. She just, I don't know, just didn't take care of them. Usually when they start doing that, we'll sell them off. Sell the mamas off.
Yeah. Well, Matt, that would be slightly more intelligent. He says, at this point, I'm wondering if we could replace all the people in our governments with chickens. Seems to me we'd all be better off. Well, yes, because you'd be going from pigeons to chickens.
Right.
See, pigeon is like the dumbest bird on the planet.
Yeah.
They fly into everything.
Or it could be, what's those, one bird's, I'll say kubu, but I don't know what it's called. I don't know. Dodo bird.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. At least they'd be productive.
Right.
No question. They'd actually be
Have a
productive.
purpose. We do have a mountain lion down there.
Did you shoot it in the face?
No.
Why not?
Because let it walk on.
Shoot it in the face.
And we got a couple black bears that come pretty close to the house last year.
Did you shoot them in the face?
No. That's illegal.
It's only legal if nobody knows.
Well,
You could say you imported your bearskin rug.
I got to learn how to tan first. And there is a couple of black panthers. I've seen pictures of them. And
I'm going to say it again. Did you shoot it in the face?
it was about 10 miles away from the house. But we live, all our power is solar. The only thing that runs is the refrigerator. We finally got a refrigerator and all the plug-ins in the cabin. But all the lights are 12 volt, which I run directly to a fuse box into the batteries. But the refrigerator runs off solar, and we got 8 batteries. See your tail.
Actually, that's his face.
What? I thought it was a tail.
That's an ugly fucking chicken. Joe Rogan and Theo Von Ware talking about whether or not it is possible to fuck a mountain lion. Yeah, I remember that. We've said worse. Seriously, that's just an ugly ass chicken.
Yeah.
Anyhow, I think. Let's see what time it is. Yeah, we are actually at the end of the show.
But if you'd like to see what I've done in the past, you can go on YouTube. I've got a YouTube channel, it's M&C. It's just M&C with Odin's picture on it.
You can give me the link.
Huh? M&C. Capital M.
Like that?
Yeah.
It was M&C Homestead, right?
I took that off.
And it's MNC, not M in the N symbol.
No, and.
Okay.
There's about 3 years worth of videos on there. I don't have a very big following, about 340 people, 48 people, or whatever. After a while, you just get tired of filming and stuff like that, so I took a break.
That's where you get GoPros.
What would that do?
You don't have to hold the fucking thing.
I
No.
got a tripod. I got a selfie stick. I just don't feel like talking to people sometimes.
That's funny because I usually don't like talking to people either.
Yeah, but here I am.
But I'm with you lot. All right. Anyhow, I do believe we are done for the night. Don't think we have really much else. We've been on for 2 hours. I think that's good enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's been a long time.
Even though my system's set up for 3 hours at a
Past
time.
my bedtime.
Old
Sun
people.
goes down, I go down. Sleep, I mean.
Old people. See, that's going to be a problem. I mean, you can't really grow geritol, so I don't know how you're dealing with that.
Prunes. I got to grow prunes. I am growing grapes. Let them turn into prunes. I don't know.
Anyhow, all right. Well, we're going to get out of here for the night. Everybody say hi and thanks for him for joining us.
Nice meeting y'all.
You won't get to see him very often, so, you know.
No. I stayed down in the Ozarks away from everybody. When the crap hits the fan, I'll be the last to find out.
That's fine by me. I'm perfectly okay with that.
I used to be his neighbor.
Yeah.
I had to get out of here.
Don't blame you. Run while you still can.
Yeah. I live in a free state.
Hey, Matt, we'll see you next time. I do have more history stuff coming up that I'm going to do on this channel. I just haven't had time to put it together. I'm a very, very busy person, and Tino keeps me busy on Lost Battlefields. So, so I haven't been able to do my own thing for a while, but I will be. But that being said, we are out of here for the night. We'd like to thank each and every one of you for joining us. Tell your friends to tell 5 friends. Like and subscribe, all that jazz. Join us. It's a good time usually. I mean, how many other shows sit there and actually talk to their listeners?
I don't.
Nobody does. It's kind of a pioneering thing for us.
Right.
You guys are just much part of the show as we are. But we are out of here. We'll see you.
See you again, maybe next year.
I've been watching so much news, I don't know who I should trust. I don't know who's been telling the truth and who's been lying to us. The Biden administration promised everybody they'd unite all of us, but it just feels like we're all way more divided than we've ever been in our lives, and it sucks. I've been watching so much news, it's so hard to rise above. It's so hard to put on a smile when hopes are down and prices are up. Go to the store, go get some gas. Times are tough, how much more do we have to take and pay and give and cry and cuss? I've been watching so much news, I feel like my eyes are stuck. No matter how much I try not to look, I can't keep my eyelids shut. It's got me so confused, I think my mind's going nuts. Because as of lately, you wanna know who I would fuck? Nancy Pelosi. Someone tell that granny to blow me. I'd take out her dentures, put them on the dresser, slide off her panties and proceed. I'd whip out her knockers fast and start throwing uppercuts like a boxing match. I'd grab her by the nipples and I'd flip them up and down until they're flapping in the wind, and then I'd spin them all around and go. Have you seen them titties? Every time I think of them things, I'm giddy. She's far from the itty bitty titty committee. Come on, man, she could start her own team in the big leagues. I think about him just to pass the day. Man, I bet those fuckers ain't passed away. If I laid on the ground with my head by your feet and she dropped them, they probably smack my face. People said I'll get killed for this. I don't give a fuck, I take risks. I don't give a damn if Nancy kills me as long as she suffocates me with her kids. AOC is too young for me, and I'd hate to listen to that bitch bicker. Hillary is just plain ugh, but Nancy's got them twin sisters. I wanna get up inside this nympho. We can make love, I'll slide it in slow. I just wanna make some money the fast way and get her to spill some of that insider info. We could go to the bar and get drunk, and I'll drive home after like 20 White Claw. You don't gotta worry about a DUI when you're banging Nancy. Right, Paul? Nancy. Ow! Fuck, I thought I told you to take those dentures. Ow! The fuck in my house. No. Really pissed me off. Matter of fact, hey, yo, Jaren.
Sorry.
Wanna hit this dog?
Why not? Don't act surprised. Y'all niggas know I'm off. I fuck Nancy inside the Oval Office wearing a MAGA hat and she got on the kente cloth. Take one for the team, dog. It pays off. You get money and stock tips from the same broad. Get her some life insurance. Hey, nigga, don't be scared. Make it look like she tripped down the White House stairs. Nancy, I'm joking. Don't cancel me. Am I too much for you? Can you handle me? Will you marry me? Let's start a family. Make that shake, Nancy, just like a tambourine. Tickle bitties, watching bounce like a trampoline. Damn it, Nancy, what the fuck are you channeling? What have you done to me? I am unraveling. Sound like Joe Biden rambling. She told me to pull out and come in her hair. Fuck both of them, Nancy and Kamala Harris. My niggas got jokes and I'm so embarrassed. I fuck me and Nancy blowing commas in Paris. Pelosi blow me, she like no hands. Hit the beach with Nancy, get a suntan. Wanna fuck all the time, I'm just one man. Just shot up a club, now she talking about gun bands. Not right now, Nancy. You freaking me out. Hey, we had a good thing going and shit getting political. We finna bounce. And QAnon said you eat babies. And boy, oh boy, I saw you swallow a decent amount. And do me a solid and top me off one more time before you walk out and speak to the house. Dear Nancy, I love you.
Do you